This morning, my wife and I woke up at 3:30 a.m. It wasn't because one of the kids came in and woke us up, and it wasn't because we heard some noise in the house. In fact, it was the exact opposite. There was no noise. There was no light. The power had gone off. The silence and the darkness that remained after the ambient lights and noises that are just in a house, it was enough to wake us up. Eventually the power was restored, and as I was laying there trying to go back to sleep, it got me to thinking about how dark and how quiet Petty John would be this weekend. This is the day that we'd usually be arriving for the start of Winterquest 2021. All of the joyful noises that teenagers make when they see each other, the singing, the great lessons that we would normally enjoy together, they're silent this year. Spencer and I struggled with this decision for quite some time. But several months ago, we made the decision that out of an abundance of caution for COVID-19, we would cancel Winterquest 2021. We just couldn't find a way where we could safely have this event without the risk of folks getting this virus and then taking it home to their families and to their congregations. We didn't want that to happen. We're committed to coming back in Winterquest 2022, bigger and better than ever. It's unique in that we come from all parts of Oklahoma, all parts of the North Texas area, and each of us are experiencing this COVID-19 virus in a different way. Here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, where Spencer and I are, COVID cases are at an all-time high. My wife, Brianne, who many of you know, she's a nurse, and she can attest to the fact that our hospitals here are strained and our healthcare workers are pushed to their limit. It's a challenging time. Some of you may be experiencing that as well in your communities. And others, it really may be something you just hear about on the news. Perhaps as students in school, you experience the challenges and stresses that these unique circumstances bring to you. Wearing a mask all day at school, or attending school online only and missing out on the interaction with your peers, or perhaps the constant threat of having a close contact quarantine and being pulled out to go to school at home, or being pulled away from activities that you have prepared for months. It is tough, and we recognize the challenges that are all around us. We also see in our communities so many who have been impacted, who have lost jobs, who are unable to provide for their families, and who are hungry. That's where I see the opportunity for us to help. I'd like to share with you a quick story about something that we're doing at Bridgewood. I volunteer with a food pantry here in Hurst, and that food pantry is nice enough to let me have the extra bread and sometimes produce and other items that would quickly perish if they're not given away almost immediately. And so what we've started doing at Bridgewood in our parking lot on the main street that goes by the building is we set up a pop-up. And we've got a banner that says free bread and free Bibles. And people are happy to have the bread and other food that we can provide for them. But most often, people will stop and say, "Can I have a Bible?" We give them these World Bible School Bibles that have Bible lessons in the back. And what I've started doing is I've started asking people when we hand them that Bible, "Hey, what's your favorite verse in here? Will you read it for me?" And if they don't have one, I say, "Would you turn to my favorite verse, one that I think you'd really like, and would you read it so that we can talk about it for a quick second?" And I have them turn to this passage from Romans 12, verse 9. Let me read it for you. "Let love be genuine. Abhor or hate what is evil. Hold fast, hold on to what is good. Love one another with brotherly affection." So we see it's talking to Christians, to the church. "Outdo one another." Christian, outdo one another in showing honor to each other. "Do not be slothful or lazy in your zeal, but be fervent in spirit and serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in tribulation. Be constant in prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints and seek to show hospitality." I'll typically talk with folks about, that's what we try to do at the Bridgewood Church. I'd love to share more with you from the Bible about that, and we see where it goes from there. But the lesson that's there for us in these tough times that we face together is that we rejoice in hope. We're patient in the tribulation and the troubles that we face. And we remain steadfast in our prayers. Constantly growing, constantly seeking for opportunities as we can, but recognizing that there is hope on the horizon. I hope that you seek for that hope. I hope that you reflect it to those who are around you in God's Word. And I look forward to being together for all the events that we enjoy, hopefully in the near future, and most certainly by Winterquest 2022. I hope that you're doing well, staying safe, staying healthy. God bless you.